to say. You say it in English, and I'll try to say it in English.
Okay? Say hello.
Hello.
No. Say it in French.
Oh.
What's hello in French?
It say bonjour.
No, it's not quite.
That's how you say it, though.
Let's try it one more time. I don't think it's barn door or bondor, whatever you said.
That's what the book say.
Okay, well, are you sure you're pronouncing it right?
It has a J in
Oh, jor, not door.
it. Oh.
Try again. Don't give up. Try again. Hello.
Hello.
No, say it in French. I'll say it in English. You say it in French. Hello.
Bonjour.
It's not door. Jor.
Joe?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
You did it.
Oh, I did it.
You did it. Now say my name is Monty in French.
Je m'appelle Monty et toi.
Oh, you even asked me my name. Wow, see, you did it, Monty. Let's give a hand clap for Monty. He's been working hard on learning French. You didn't give up, and now you keep on working. Still keep the going to be here for the rest of this week and next week. So if you don't give up, you'll be able to learn more French words in your vocabulary. Well, boys and girls, we're going to go explore Paris, France here. Since tomorrow's Valentine's Day, right? What better place to be? So, we'll see you guys next time. Say bye-bye to each other, Monty.
So what was Monty trying to do? What was Monty trying to learn? He was practicing something. What was he practicing? Maya? Who's practicing French? Who speaks French? Does anybody know any French words? You know some? Man, okay. How many of you have ever had to really practice speaking in Spanish or French or anything else? You guys have classes like that in school?
No.
Spanish class? Okay. So is it hard to learn these type of things?
No.
Spanish, who thinks Spanish is hard? So you guys all think Spanish is easy? Yeah, for the most part, okay. Well, have you guys ever had a hard subject in school?
Yeah.
What is a subject? Who can tell me a subject that you really have a hard time with?
Math.
Emma, right? Emma, what's a subject that you have a hard time with?
Writing.
Writing? Oh, it's hard to focus in writing. Okay, Elijah?
Geography.
Geography? Mine was math. I was never any good at math.
Language.
You love math? Language? Okay, yeah, so we all have classes that we kind of have a hard time in, right? How many of you have ever had a hard time with anything, with like learning something new, like maybe doing sport or cheerleading or video games or whatever it is? How many of you have ever had a hard time doing something? I think everybody has, right? A video game. Well, today we are almost done. We only have 2 more books in this blue section, and we're on to a purple books of the Bible here. We're almost done with the blue. And today's person, he had a big project. Before we do that, I'll play our favorite little books of the Bible song. So we are on the book of Nehemiah. So, who's ever heard of Nehemiah before?
I know somebody named Nehemiah.
You know somebody named Nehemiah? Well, who can tell me what is this right here?
A brick wall.
A brick wall. Like we have brick walls all the way around us, right? Down here in the basement. We have a brick wall. This is a brick wall. So in Nehemiah, the story of Nehemiah, he had to rebuild a wall. He wasn't like Bob the Builder or Handy Manny, but he did have.
We learned that inside our classroom.
Did you? You learned about Nehemiah?
Yes.
Huh? Did you?
Yeah.
So then, Emily, can you tell us the story of Nehemiah, or do you need some help?
No. Help.
You need some help? Okay, I'll show you a video about what Nehemiah did, because he had this really big building project that he had to do, and he needed some help too. So let me get this video queued up. Oh, thank you.
No.
And we'll look at what Nehemiah did here.
Genesis,
Because the wall of Jerusalem came down. Like I have all these bricks over here. These aren't real bricks. These are just cardboard.
I want to build something.
Well, if you're good, I may let you just do just that.
I want to build something.
Nehemiah was sad because the walls of Jerusalem had come down. So let's watch this video here and see what he did.
I want to build it. Okay. I don't. It's hot.
It's thinking about it. It's loading up.
Women that worshipped other gods were sent back home to their
That's
families.
Ezra.
What happens in Nehemiah?
Nehemiah picks up right where Ezra left off. While Ezra talks about the rebuilding of the temple in Jerusalem, Nehemiah talks about rebuilding Jerusalem's walls.
Why is that so important?
Because strong walls kept the city safe. There were no airplanes back then, so armies only moved on the ground. Without strong walls, invaders could walk right into your city and take it over.
I guess walls were pretty important.
Yep, there was an Israelite still living in Babylon named Nehemiah. He was the cupbearer to King Artaxerxes.
He's the king that sent Ezra back to Jerusalem. Right. But why did he need someone to hold his cup? Didn't he know how? Kings were always worried about enemies putting poison in their drinks. So a cupbearer was the person in charge of everything the king drank and everything he drank out of.
That's right. Kings had to trust their cupbearers so much that the cupbearer was usually one of the king's closest friends.
What's that have to do with Jerusalem's walls?
Well, another Israelite who'd been to Jerusalem told Nehemiah that the walls were in terrible shape. The Israelites had been back for almost 90 years, and no one had gotten around to fixing the walls. So Nehemiah decided to do something about it. He went to King Artaxerxes and asked for permission to go back to Jerusalem. He even asked the king for all the supplies he would need to rebuild the walls.
That was pretty bold.
It was. King Artaxerxes could have been upset. He could have been suspicious. He could have said, "No way, Jose, I need you here keeping me safe." But the Bible says God moved in Artaxerxes' heart, and he smiled on Nehemiah and gave him everything he asked for.
Wow, so Nehemiah went back to Jerusalem and rebuilt the walls. Did those pesky neighbors mind?
You bet they did. They didn't want Jerusalem to be strong again, and strong walls make strong cities.
His neighbors sent Nehemiah threatening letters, trying to get him to stop, but Nehemiah kept working. So they started gathering soldiers to attack Jerusalem and stop the work. But Nehemiah heard about the plan and stationed guards all around the workers to protect them. He had the workers keep their swords with them all the time, and they had trumpets to blow if anyone saw an enemy coming. Nehemiah asked God to give them strength to finish the huge job, and before their neighbors could do anything about it, Jerusalem's walls were done.
Wow, how long did it take? 20 years, like the temple?
Nope. Nehemiah was such a good leader, and the Israelites worked so hard that the walls were rebuilt in only 52 days.
That's amazing.
Yep, Jerusalem was safe once again.
That is a story of,
Why couldn't we watch the rest?
because we have other stuff to do.
Yeah.
So that is a story of Nehemiah. So, all the walls, how long, who was paying attention? How long did it take them to rebuild the wall? 52, what, Elijah? Days. 52 days. And we're going to talk about what's so cool about Nehemiah. But how about we build a wall really quick? So you guys can come up. Let's all work together. Share, it won't take us 52 days. But you guys, let's build a wall just like Nehemiah did. Yeah, make sure it has a good structure. We got all kinds of blocks here. We can't spend too much time on this. Just like Nehemiah and the people of Jerusalem did. You guys can rebuild the wall there really quick.
We can't build our own, we have to build together. And then after we finish the second red ones.
Oh, I see we got 2 walls going. Okay, that's cool. There's more than one wall.
Not yet. Austin. Hey, one more yellow one. Okay.
You guys, your walls are looking good.
We need another blue. One more blue. We need more. No, this is fine. Oh, never mind. Oh, that's fine. And then we need these greens. Hey. Gotcha. No, these greens. Oh, yeah. I have to go down here. One more. We don't need. I want to do red now. These at the side.
I'll give you guys just a few more, so you guys can finish it up. Just a little bit more time.
All these are mine. Don't knock it down.
Don't knock it down. Don't knock it down.
Oh my gosh. It landed. You're the only one holding it right now. Hold it. Sir, we need one of guys. We need one right here. Guys, hold on to the top as tight as you can. Oh, Bryson, you're breaking it.
Is it gonna fall?
Bryson! Okay, wait. Guys, you're making it breaking for more. Bro, Bryson! Stop there.
Alright, let's not fight. If we're gonna start fighting, I'm gonna end it right now.
No! That'll be mine. No. Who just did that? Not me. I was right here.
Oh, there he goes. Alright, go back and have a seat really quick. Maybe if we have time at the end, I'll let you guys try again. Alright, hurry up with yours, Emily. Hurry. Emily's got a little wall going. Emma had a little wall going over here too. So Nehemiah, they got it done in 52 days. And I don't know if yours fell over. We'll try again later. We'll see if we can get a better foundation going on there. But did the neighbors they talked about, did they like Nehemiah rebuilding the walls or not so much? No, not so much. They tried to give him, they told him to stop. They wrote him notes. Bryson. There. They gave Nehemiah notes to tell him to stop. They sent soldiers to try and attack him. Do you see what they talked about? How they had people building the wall with swords in their hands to stand guard. And then the Bible also talks about they tried to lie about Nehemiah. Right, sit up. Emily, sit up.
I need a seat.
Do you have a seat right behind you, kiddo?
I can't see the thing if I sit
Well,
in that seat.
then scoot over here. Plenty of chairs. So they tried to lie about Nehemiah. They did all these things. Now, if I wasn't being like one of those bad neighbors. But if I came over here when you guys were rebuilding the walls and started trying to stop you guys, by knocking down your wall. Do you guys like that or not so much?
That would be a bad idea.
That would probably be a bad idea. And if you guys started to fix it and started to rebuild it again, if I did it again, and if I kept on doing it and doing it and doing it, would you guys just eventually just give up and say forget it? No. Let's be honest. If I kept on just knocking over your wall, how many of you would eventually get so mad you would say, forget this, I'm done? There's no right or wrong answer. You can answer truthfully. Because if I know it was me,
I think you should fight him.
if I was trying to build something and somebody kept on knocking my wall or tower down, eventually I'd get so mad I would say, forget it, I give up. Would you guys do that?
Yeah. You wouldn't give up. You would just go fight him.
Or you would fight him if you were Emily.
I would fight
Nehemiah had a choice. He could choose to go on. He could choose to go on or to give up. How many of you guys have ever said, I give up when something's too hard? I quit. I give up. I'm done trying to beat this video game level. I'm done trying to play basketball. I'm done trying to play baseball. I'm done doing my homework. I don't understand it. I give up. How many of you ever wanted to give up on something? Everybody.
That's all. The only thing I've ever been make fun of my homework.
It's your homework, right? You guys are so smart. What is the word of not giving up? What's the opposite of not giving up? It's a big long word. What is it? Keep on going. Okay. That's one. Bryson and Emily. That starts with a P. What's a word that starts with a P that could mean not giving up or to keep on going?
What's the second letter?
E. Maya? Don't give up. It's a definition of it. Bryson? Not paint.
E.
Not paint.
What's the third letter?
Emma? Not give up. Close.
No,
What is it?
what's the third letter?
What? Proceed is a good one. That's not the one I'm thinking of, though.
Bill. What's the third letter? That starts with a B.
No, proceed is a second.
He
Who can tell me what Perseverance. Perseverance, right? Perseverance. You said build? Okay, so perseverance is to keep on doing something despite difficulty or delay. Nehemiah had some difficulty, didn't he? I got a little mouse trap to say never give up. He's trying to get that cheese. He's trying to get that cheese, so he has his little helmet on there, so he never gives up trying to get that cheese. So perseverance. We're going to talk about, all right, Emma and Bryson, get in chairs. Stop dancing all over the floor. It's not a dance floor. I don't think you want to be on this floor. So, well, we're gonna see some puppets, and some puppets are gonna talk about persevering. No, I got it. Thank you. Okay. All right, let's see the puppets. All right.
Make sure nobody takes my name.
Quiet.
What are you doing?
I'm reading the Bible. Hebrews 12, 1 and 2. Let us run with perseverance. The race marked out for us.
Well, I'm ready to run.
Run what?
Run with Percy.
Who's Percy?
Perseverance.
Oh, Ronnie, perseverance isn't a person. It means you keep going when things are hard or difficult.
Well, they're hard at the moment. I've been training twice a day for the last week. And I'm also on a high fiber diet. I'm getting ready for the next Olympics. I just haven't figured out which event I should do.
Ronnie, you just can't compete in the Olympics after training for 1 week. Athletes train for years and months on end.
Isn't that painful?
Did you realize there's only one difference between go for gold and go for God?
No.
Al, it makes all the difference who you put first in your life, gold or God.
Running with Percy?
That's right. Who knows? Maybe one day there might be a puppet Olympics, and you could be in it.
If I keep on training, I might even carry the torch.
You could just use your nose.
You can talk while I've got to run.
All right, thank you guys. So, perseverance. Perseverance is not a guy named Percy, but perseverance is meaning to not give up. Did you know that Jesus talked about not giving up? Jesus told a story about a woman who never gave up. So let's watch this really quick. This is a story Jesus told.
This is the parable of the persistent widow. One day, Jesus told his disciples a story to show that they should always pray and never give up. There was a judge in a certain city, he said, who neither feared God nor cared about people. A widow of that city came to him repeatedly, saying, "Give me justice in this dispute with my enemy." The judge ignored her for a while, but finally he said to himself, "I don't fear God or care about people, but this woman is driving me crazy. I'm going to see that she gets justice, because she is wearing me out with her constant requests." Then the Lord said, "Learn a lesson from this unjust judge. Even he rendered a just decision in the end. So don't you think God will surely give justice to his chosen people who cry out to him day and night? Will he keep putting them off? I tell you, he will grant justice to them quickly. But when the Son of Man returns, how many will he find on the earth who have faith?" This story reminds us to keep praying, even when we feel like nothing is happening. God is listening, and he will answer us because of his great love for us. The answer doesn't always look the way we think it will. But if a judge who doesn't even care about people will eventually take care of someone, how much more will our God care for us? Now read it for yourself. This story is found in the New Testament in Luke 18:1-8. For more from One Kid, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
So Jesus told, in terms of prayer, to always pray and never give up. Because in Luke 18, not 1, because sometimes we want to give up on praying, but Jesus talked about to always keep on praying, even when the answer doesn't seem, or even the answer isn't what we seem it would be like. So, perseverance, persevering and praying, keep on praying, even when it seems like God isn't answering, because He is listening. He does answer, just in different ways that we don't always see coming. But perseverance. Like I said, I was really bad at math when I was your guys' age. So much so that I had to have tutors and had to be in tutoring programs to try and get me through math when I was in school. I wanted to give up. I would get my math homework, and they would tell me to figure out the answer. I would write a question mark and try to turn it in and see if I could get a good grade on it, because I didn't know. I gave up. And I had to go through so much tutoring, and I learned
One of your hard problems.
Guess what?
algebra.
There was like,
so easy.
like there's
I wasn't good at it.
there's like a vowel in a word. Like there's only an R and there's a D at the end, and then you
figure out what those two are.
Right. So,
like in the middle, you have to figure that one out. Like if I couldn't figure that one out, I just put a question mark. Let's see.
all right, so, all right. So when things get tough, do you give up or do you keep going?
I try my best.
You try your best, right?
Me
But it can be really, really tough sometimes.
Yeah.
Because we get mad, we get frustrated, and we think it's not going to be. And so it's easy to give up. It's easy to give up, isn't it? Giving up is a whole lot easier. Nehemiah, it would have been a lot more easier for Nehemiah to just stop rebuilding the wall.
But he big brain.
But he was big brain, and he kept on going.
Big brain.
You guys know I like Disney. Who can tell me who these are?
Wally and the dude guy.
Wally and Eve is a girl robot.
Oh wait, I forgot. It's Eva.
Or Eva, as Wally would say, yes. Did you know these guys didn't give up? Who's seen the movie Wall-E before?
I had the game, but I colored a picture on my artifact,
You
the
know
game,
what?
and
Emily and Bryson, if you can't be stoned, take me upstairs.
What was Eve and Wally trying to do? They were trying to do something. What were they trying to do?
trying to save the world.
They were trying to save a world, find humans. What was the thing that Eve found on Earth, and she got all excited? It was green. It was in a boot.
The tree.
A plant, yes, a plant. And she was taking it to the spaceship to the people, right?
I don't know
But there
that
was-
movie because I didn't watch any.
You didn't watch any of it. Well, there was a bad robot.
I didn't even watch it. We don't have
Emily,
a movie of
sit
it.
up.
Yeah.
Emily, sit up in a chair. We have a chair right there. You can see the screen perfect. It's front row.
No, I don't like to be over there.
Now you need to get off the floor. We've had to tell you that multiple times. Bryce, we've told you that too. You both need to get up off the floor.
Back to chair.
So Wally and Eva had to keep on, because who was trying to stop them? There was a robot trying to stop them. You guys remember who it was? It was the big guy who looked like a steering wheel. And
Did he have one or two?
well,
One or two. One or two hair?
I don't know. Even when
Or one or two?
the guy with the bad robot was going to try and crush Wally, Wally wouldn't give up trying to plant in the ship. Wally was not one to give up. Let me show you guys this really quick.